Thanks, Richard. I can't get that mental image out of my head now. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Oh man. Are they playing Christmas music on your guys' radio stations over there yet?
Yes.
They started
over
that
here.
the day after Thanksgiving or Halloween.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the local station, they start playing it the day after Halloween.
I listen
Come on, man.
to a country station out of Oklahoma City and sports talk radio here in Oklahoma City on iHeartRadio.
Mhm.
They haven't played any Christmas music yet. So,
Yeah, they're playing it here.
but my wife
iHeart's-
watches a lot of
iHeart has
TikTok,
their
and
own
I've heard
Christmas
Mariah
music
Carey
channels.
already.
Oh
iHeart's
Jesus.
Christmas channels go year round.
Yes.
But I've already heard Mariah Carey because my wife listens to TikTok or watches TikTok, so I've already heard that. And All I Want for Christmas Is You. That's her song. That's her. What's the other song? There's another song.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. There's another Christmas song that I can't stand.
My wife hates listening to Christmas music now because I make my own words to the songs. So she's like,
Oh, no.
now I can't listen to them like I used to because I hear your version.
Remix.
I'm gonna switch off the comments so I can see. Where I can't see them. They're still there, so I can get ready for the.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
She's
videos.
like, I'm always hearing your version in my head when I go to sing that song.
Let me go like the video.
And those
Did
are
you
the
guys
best
watch this-
versions, Richard?
Did you watch the CMA Awards last night?
I heard about
No,
them.
I
I
missed
heard a
it.
lot of people were upset with certain things that happened on there.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but there was one singer that was a female singer who's actually quite attractive, and she's not a bad singer. And I didn't hear her, but I saw video because people were posting about her saying she sang it terrible, like she had nerves.
Somebody
You know-
said that they had dancers out there. It's like, why would you need dancers? Just
Oh, was that the girl that they dressed really provocative? Is that the one that we're talking about?
I don't know. But I noticed. You ever notice that the people that are there, celebrities that are either in other genres or they're in acting stuff like that, they don't sing country music. They always wear cowboy hats, try to dress Western.
they're trying to force themselves into country music. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's like me wearing a cowboy hat and tight jeans.
it just cracks me up. Like, put a cowboy hat on, all of a sudden you're a country music person.
No, that's like me trying to wear a cowboy hat and
Ben's
and I live in the
You got
West.
one, Ben.
Ben's like-
And I live in the West.
like Howdy Pilgrim.
Right. No, I see them all the time. The
Yeah.
Cowboys, they're all over the place here. But
Oh,
I
There's
live,
a guy that plays.
I live in Colorado.
What's that guy? Tom Cruise played him in the movie Reacher. The guy plays Reacher.
Mhm.
He was wearing a cowboy hat. He looks so out of place.
Wow.
But all non-country music singers that are at those award shows are wearing cowboy hats. It just cracks me up.
They just want to fit in.
Yeah.
They just want to be like everybody else.
That's like Garth Brooks wearing a White Sox cap.
What? There's a lot of country
Was
music
Post-
singers now that don't
Post
wear cowboy
Malone
hats.
there?
They wear ball caps. I don't know. I didn't see, but
Yep.
a lot of country music guys wear ball caps. They don't wear cowboy hats.
Yep.
So it just cracks me up. Every year I see that.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. Yeah. But Lainey Wilson, ooh,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
she just when she talks, all I hear is cornbread.
Oh.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Yeah. Howdy, y'all.
I
Reba
actually like the-
McEntire's like that, but she's from Oklahoma. She's got that country twang to her voice.
Tell you
You
what,
You know who
Wilson-
I had the hots for when I was younger? Shania Twain.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Let's go, girls.
Ooh, her, and
Dun,
I'll
dun,
go.
dun,
I'll even go
dun,
older
dun.
than that. Remember Crystal Gale with the long hair?
Yeah.
Ooh, my dad
What about
has a
Dolly
crush on
Parton?
her.
What about Dolly Parton?
Oh, Dolly Parton was my
Yeah.
first
Dolly
country
Parton.
crush.
Dolly
She didn't do much for me, really.
Parton. She
were
yeah,
you
she
go-
looks too plastic.
What were you going to say, Andy?
I forget. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, I know. Reba McEntire. She's like 70. She looks darn good. 71 years old.
Oh yeah, for 71, yeah.
Damn,
Her
she looks
sister
good.
used to work for the agency I work for, and she was like a
Uh-huh.
county director. And she asked me to come sing at our some state convention, and something came up. I wasn't able to do it, but I was going
Were
to
they
sing for
cooking
Reba
food behind
McEntire.
you?
Right. I
No.
was gonna say he didn't have the grill behind him.
No, but I was going to sing for Reba McEntire's sister.
You got to admit
Yeah.
that video I created of that historic moment was pretty good.
Yeah.
He had them steaks well done, boy. He was on fire.
That video really burned my ass. Let's start the show.
Fans, that'll do it for this week. We'll see you next week, and until then, so long for now. It is Thursday night. It is time to go spanning the globe. Thank you for joining us tonight, everybody. My name is Mark Mackert. I am your host for the evening. Joining me, out of order here, there we go, are the usual suspects. Next to me, to my left, your right, Mr. Richard Ward, a.k.a. The Warden.
What's up, everybody?
Underneath him, Mr. Andy B. from Love Those Wrestling Belts, a great Facebook group. Please join if you're not already a member.
Good morning.
Hello.
Oh, good evening, everybody.
Good morning. I want to do that
Well,
again.
you know,
Already done today. I want to do it again. And then underneath me here is Mr. Ben Walker from Championship Belt Brothers and Championship Figure Brothers. Good evening, sir.
What's going on, everybody?
We are part of the DAB Network. Proud to be part of that. And we are sponsored by Marked Leather Championship Built Leathering and by Ashley's Southern Designs. Also on the DAB Network, we have the Double Dropkick Podcast. I said it right.
Ooh.
Be sure you check them out on Saturday nights. And he does a great show. And look forward to the next episode. Also, finally making their debut this week, the Broadcast, Ethan Thompson, had a great debut the other night. Did you guys watch that?
I
Yeah,
watched
great
it.
show.
Yeah, I watched it.
It was a great show. Talked about
It was a
NFL
great show.
football, where not to take a first date. And never take a first date to go see Schindler's List. Just ask Jerry Seinfeld.
You can't take her to McDonald's for the dollar menu?
I wouldn't, but
Damn.
you know. But if you do, carry the tray. You got to
There you go.
carry the tray. Yeah.
That's right.
Let's see who our viewers are tonight. Mr. Kirk Hall,
What's up, Kirk?
back in first. He's
Hey,
our
Kirk.
first comment tonight. Oh, I see. Mr. Nor
He had an absence last week. We noticed that. Watching us from Malaysia. Thank you so much for being here tonight, Nor. One
What's
of
up,
our most
Nor?
loyal viewers. We are truly spanning the globe. Thanks
We
to
are.
him.
Chris Rains, hello.
Hey,
What's up,
Chris.
Chris? What's up, Lisa?
Thank you so much. And hello, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa.
That's right.
That's right. Mr. Lane
Always.
Ledford, hello.
Hey,
What's up, Lane?
What's up?
Welcome home for our house, not outhouse, our house Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. I like
I
that
love
too.
that song. Yeah. Rick Hernandez, hello.
What's up, Ricky?
Ricky.
Ricky, what's up,
Ricky?
buddy?
Chris is the welcome wagon in the group. There you go. There you go.
Right?
One of the
I
guys on the
wouldn't
Sports
know.
Talk Radio today.
I'm out of this conversation.
Well, I was listening to the sports radio today, and somehow I forgot his name. Bob Wills and the Playboys, Texas Playboys, were mentioned, and the guy on the radio had no clue. I never heard of him. All right. Oh, Maurice.
What's up,
Butler?
buddy?
What's up, Reese?
Come on, man.
They're
Up,
still not
Reese?
showing the real names, but I'm starting to kind of remember who these people are.
Mm-hmm.
Stone Cold Steve, he was on the broadcast. Did a great
was.
job.
You guys did
Good
great,
job.
man. It was
You did a
good.
great job. You going up from there. You can't. There's no place to go down. You're going up. Chris loves your Triple Crown. Jesse Santana, thank you, because I forgot that name. They, for some reason, YouTube has quit using the real names. They just
Yeah,
use
quit
the,
putting the real names on there.
So if I forget who you are, please forgive me because I'm still trying to get used to this. Cuddles, hello.
What is up?
What's up?
Watching from the VA hospital, and I don't know.
Oh,
Who
man.
That's
I
Demond.
should. Demond, thank you. Okay, sorry, Demond. Hope you get
What's up,
better.
Demond?
Press me, man. Yeah,
Get
man.
better, man.
So as we usually do, we start out the show with a belt of the week, and I've got it again this week. I do have some more belts I'm going to show off tonight, but we're going to do this in a second. Now we're going to get to our main topic tonight, but I'm going to show off the belt of the week to start the show. And this is my Mid-South North American title made by Dream Championship Belts. It's a very big, heavy belt. I don't have it with me right now because it's just too heavy to lug around, but it's a beautiful belt. This is hand engraved. I've seen videos of them actually taking the mallets and the chisels and actually making those marks in there. It's beautiful tooling, beautiful tooling. On this inner side plate here, that's the Mid-South logo on both sides of the main plate there. And I love those bars between the plates. They're very unique.
Mm-hmm.
Don't see side plates like that. There's your I don't know what you call those conchos, I guess. And this belt was the inspiration for your current AEW titles, the women's title, the international title. Isn't there a women's tag team title or a women's title? The women's title, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
the
isn't there-
women's title looks just like that, but smaller.
Does the Ring of Honor Women's TV Championship look like this? Because I saw
No.
where.
No.
Uh-uh.
No.
But this is a very iconic belt. It's a huge belt. Magnum TA was the first one to hold this version of the belt. Hacksaw Butch Reed, I think, held this belt. He held the title. I don't know if he held this belt or not.
Then Dick Slater held it.
Dick Slater held it. Yep.
Yeah.
I want to say Terry Taylor did too, but I can't remember for sure.
I think he did. I believe so.
And then they put the conchos on the snaps, which really dresses it up because
I
the
love
snaps
the
are just
conchos, man. Mine
the
is
strap
missing
is-
the conchos.
well, the strap is so wide you had to put conchos on there to kind of fill the space.
Mm-hmm.
And this is on their leather, by the way. They did a great job with the leather. You can see how many screws they used to mount these plates. They're so, I think it's 4 millimeter, but they're very, very heavy plates. They're big plates. And when Magnum TA held this title, it went all the way down from his waistline all the way up to his pecs.
Wow.
That's how big a belt this is.
Would you ever consider doing one re-leather?
No.
Oh
No.
man, I was getting ready to ask you too because I actually
Sure.
have the conchos. I do.
And there is a view of the curve. I didn't realize that the side plates had curve to them too. But
Yeah, mine
that's
are
in my
curved.
that's in my new workshop, by the way, and that's on my new countertops that I'm working
That's a
on.
nice thick piece of leather though that they used on it.
It is. But a beautiful work by Dream Championship Belts, Tanvir Kershid. If you don't have one of these, I highly recommend it.
this belt really was not on my my target list or my radar scope, but it grew on me.
Yeah, it's a beautiful belt, man.
Very nice belt.
Andrew, you did a great job with it. Who else can pick up on this? Richard George, good evening, new viewer.
What's up, Richard? He's been watching us for the last couple of weeks. He's been watching for the last couple of months. I
Welcome.
should say.
Welcome.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Hit that
I'm sorry.
subscribe button.
Well-
Hit that subscribe button.
Welcome
Yep.
to the show.
Hit that thumbs
Yeah,
up.
like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Oh, I almost forgot about that. I'm hearing an echo, not echo, but I'm hearing a delay in my ears. So if I stutter, that's why. Because I hear myself a split second after I speak, so it's throwing me off. So bear with me on that. By the way, for that, because of the delay, up yours. Sorry, had to. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. Thank you, Richard. CJ Smith, hello.
What's up, CJ?
What's up?
Oh, that's right. Early Lad held that belt. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I think he beat Magnum TA for it, right? Or Magnum
He
BM.
probably
One of
could
them.
be. Could have been. I don't remember. I'd like to get a replica of the previous version too. They call it the Sawtooth belt. Yeah.
The only thing I
Yes,
would have
yes.
to say about that belt that I don't like is the way they cut those bars.
It's
Mhm.
different.
Yeah, when
It's
you go to
different.
clean it, you're
Oh
always
yeah.
catching it.
It'll take little pieces out of your rags, so you gotta be careful of that. And some etching will do that too. It'll if you use the microfiber towels, it'll hang on the etching.
Mhm.
Okay. Forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, we're trying to get to 500 subscribers on the YouTube channel, the Wide World of Belts YouTube channel. Once we get to 500, thank you guys. We're going to have a giveaway for this beautiful Winged Eagle. It is dual plated CNC 4mm by Unique Championship Belts, and it is going to be on my leather. It'll be American leather. This is actually my belt, but I got an identical set of plates for this belt. But we're just almost halfway there, and we've been kind of hanging around there for a little bit. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Click that bell so you can be alerted when we do this show, which is every Thursday, by the way. And when we get to 500, we're going to have a giveaway for this beautiful belt. I love mine. It also comes with a full belt tip. It's 2-piece, but it's a full belt tip. But it's CNC, the detail is incredible on this belt. So I'd love to give this belt away, but we need to get to 500 subscribers. So if you haven't already done so, please do so and have a drink on me.
Yeah, tell your friends, tell your family, like and
Tell your
subscribe.
enemies, tell them all. We need
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Tell your grandma.
to all of them.
And before I forget, I want to put this in the front of the show too. I'll do it again in the second hour. Ethan Thompson sent me pictures of a couple of belts he's trying to sell. First up is this Winged Eagle. You get
Ooh,
the banner up,
wow.
get the banner up here. This is a Nawaz belt on AJ Giddings leather. Very, very nice belt.
That is nice.
And he also has this beautiful Intercontinental title. Classic Shields on their leather. He's asking $1,300 for the pair. He'd like to try to sell them together. So if you're interested in any of those belts, Classic Shields, you can't beat that. Nawaz,
That's a hell of a deal.
that's a hell of a pair. Yeah. That's
Got
what
that
he
right.
said.
That's what she
He's-
said.
So hit Ethan Thompson up if you're interested in these belts. He would be greatly appreciative of that. And they'll be a very, very nice addition to your collection. So,
What's up, Jason Cortez? Wrestling Bonkers is watching.
oh, Tyler,
Hey,
So-
Tyler.
Good job.
Jason,
What's up? What's up, Jason?
Jason, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Nick Carnival? What's going on, man?
What's up, Nick?
it is a deal. Sure is. Nick,
Nick, what's up, Nick?
yes, we did. I saw you. Well, I saw your post. And he was holding it.
Nice.
Let's talk about Bob Caudle for a second, since we're had the 10 bill salute. He lived well into his 90s. He's in my top 5 of announcers.
It's one of my
He
favorites
was
too.
he was in the Mid Atlantic area for most of his tenure, and then came over to Jim Crockett Promotions, which was originally in the Mid Atlantic territory.
Right.
Great interviewer, very classy.
Gordon Solie is actually top of my list, but there were rumors of Gordon Solie having an affinity for alcohol, and sometimes they say he would go on air while somewhat intoxicated. You never heard stories about that about Bob Caudle.
I never heard a bad thing about Bob ever.
No, very classy guy. He tried not to make the interviews about himself or the commentary about himself. As a matter of fact, I saw an interview with him today where he told the interviewer that he said, I wasn't in the business. I wasn't part of that. And the guy said, oh, you most definitely were. You were in the inner circle. And that's how humble he was. He didn't consider himself as part of the business, even though he played a main part in that. While not being in the ring, his announcing made the wrestling even much more enjoyable than what it already was. And I was telling the guys before the show, he had a very unique way of holding his microphone. He always had those real long microphones. He'd hold it way out here like this, like he couldn't bend his elbow anymore. He talked, "Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Minute Maid." He had the microphone out here like that.
He had a
Never
very
somebody else
distinct
do that.
voice too. You always could recognize that voice.
Yeah.
A very
recognizable.
distinctive
Yeah.
voice.
Mhm.
Very classy guy. Great ringside calling of the matches. He could have done it by himself. He had David Crockett with him. He had Gordon Solie with him. He had Johnny Weaver with him. But he could have done it by himself. He could have carried it by himself.
Yeah.
I always enjoyed him.
Great. Always great
Absolutely.
announcer, man.
And it's sad that we lost him, but he lived a good, long life. He leaves a fabulous legacy for people. You can see him on YouTube. There's Mid-Atlantic TV shows on YouTube. So if you haven't heard of Bob Caudle, you owe it to yourself to go to YouTube, look at Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, and find those episodes. There's full episodes on there. And
I'm sure you could look at the best of the best, and it would be on YouTube. Somebody had to do one of them.
Yeah. Michael Cole. You're being
Cole top
facetious.
10.
Yeah,
Michael, he's top 10, but
yeah. Jesse Santana grew up in that area, so he got to see some of those matches in person. So he got to see a lot of this. But yeah, Bob Caudle is in my top 5. I'll go ahead and get my top 5 real quick. Then we'll move on. Gordon Solie is number 1 because he's the first one I watched. Mark Lawrence, actually from World Class Championship Wrestling, is my favorite. No, most people don't know who Mark Lawrence is. He's the one that called the Kerry Von Erich Ric Flair match where Ric Flair lost title to Kerry Von Erich. But he was mainly on the Fort Worth broadcast of WCCW. He wasn't on the Sportatorium version, but he did.
He was the ring announcer too, wasn't he, Mark?
He was ring announcer for World Class, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved his style of calling matches. Third on my list is probably Bob Caudle.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth on my list, and I told you guys who it was. I'm trying to remember who it was now. Oh shoot, I forgot who it was now. And fifth on my no.
Bobby the Brain?
No, Bobby the Brain was actually a color guy.
Mm-hmm.
Color commentator. I can't believe I forgot.
Come on, Mean Gene has to be on your list.
No, he isn't. Believe it or not.
He didn't do play-by-play. He was.
He did.
He did more interviews.
Yeah. Dang it, I forgot who I had on my list. But my fifth one on my list was Bill Mercer. JR actually is not my top 5. He's in my top 10, but not my top 5. He was known more for catchphrases more than anything. Slobber knocker and stuff like that. He could call a good match, but he was more known for his.
He wasn't like that. He wasn't like that until he went to the WWF.
That's true. He was great.
He was not like that in the NWA, in Georgia Championship Wrestling. He was different. He was a different announcer.
When he would start talking about the person's college football background, I couldn't stand that. Just over and over.
JR is different. He was different. It was like the difference between the sheep herders and the bushwhackers. He was two different characters once he crossed over from WWF.
Yeah, two different genres
coming from WCW and NWA.
Well, he started at Mid-South, and he was just. I mean, I thought he was better in Mid-South.
He's better in Mid-South. Yeah, he was better in Mid-South.
He didn't have an opinion. He had an opinion when he got WWF. He gave his opinion.
He just his character changed.
Yeah.
But big loss, Bob Caudle. There will never be another Bob Caudle, but he lives on our memories. He lives on in YouTube videos. He'll be online. Great character. Great character. I'm talking about his personal character, not character he played on TV. Great character. Just a solid human being and a great commentator. So, Bob Caudle, rest in peace.
Okay, man.
As advertised, we're going to talk about the most prestigious titles, not belts, titles, and the iconic wrestlers who fought for them. And we're going to start off, and we're going to leave some off. We're going to make some people mad. I'm sorry.
Good one, Chris. Good one, Chris.
But we could go 3 hours with this. So we're going to start off with the WWF. We're going back a little ways. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact, and I think it was Richard that came up with this. Bruno Sammartino is probably one of the earliest well-known WWF champions because he held the title for, what did you say, Richard? 2,803 days?
8,308.
8,308.
Wait.
Yeah,
You told me
No,
2,000.
2,000. It was 2,000. My brain's mush. Sorry.
I was going to say, when he lose the title last week?
2,803.
Yeah, you had the right numbers.
Yeah. Ben. Hey, I'm dyslexic.
8,000 days? Are you kidding me with that? Get out of here.
Hey, give me an A for effort.
Yeah.
I had my tongue tied.
He held the title a total, not consecutive, but a total of 2,803 days. He was one of Vince Sr.'s favorite guys, I guess. It was his right-hand man. And he lost the title a couple of times. Once to, let me get my notes back up here, to Ivan Koloff. That was a well-known, and I think Koloff got death threats over that, didn't he?
There was all kind of stuff that was that I read about that. Yeah. And he was just a transitional champ.
Yeah, but we call him iconic because of his work in the NWA and WCW.
Right. Yeah.
But he was also very notorious for knocking off Bruno Sammartino for the WWF. I'm just gonna call it WWF because the third W throws me off.
Can I ask something though? Do we know why the WWF do not acknowledge him as being a former champion or even mention him?
He'd had a falling out with Vince for a while. Remember that?
I read something about that to the effect, but so did Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
so did Bret Hart.
Well, I don't know why he had a falling out with Vince, but at some point they kind of mended fences.
Did he have a smoking gun or something?
I have a question. I don't know if you guys know real quick. Seriously. Ethan, not like that. Hey, I admit it, man. I admit it. No, my question is, guys, who
keep it up for the blooper show
in the history of wrestling held the title longer? No matter what championship it was, who held it longer?
Are we gonna count Moolah?
We have to.
We have to.
Yeah.
Who held the title longer than her?
Nobody I know.
Nobody I can think of.
No.
If you guys,
she held it more.
Yeah, because she controlled that. She controlled that division.
Okay, this is what Jesse's saying about why there was a falling out.
Okay.
But they did kind of mend fences to an extent because Vince had him back for a Raw episode, wasn't it? Did he bring him back for a Raw episode? Had him backstage? Didn't bring him out in the ring, but he brought him backstage.
Don't forget, R-Truth held the title too.
The 24/7 title is exactly prestigious. You had referees holding that belt. That's a good question, Richard. I don't know. I don't know, but longer she should have. Longer she should. She had 8x10s of somebody in a compromising position.
She had that title so long it went from NWA to the WWF.
Yep, that's right.
She was still champion.
That's right. She was in on Georgia Championship Wrestling. Yeah, she was on Georgia Championship Wrestling with that title.
She switched companies with the belt.
Yeah.
How you switch companies with the world title?
Right. Well, ask what's her name? that dropped at the trash can on WCW?
Medusa.
Medusa.
Oh,
thank you.
Medusa. Oh, yeah.
Okay, guys, she heard it. She held it nearly 30 years, from 1956 to 1984.
Right.
Wow.
Jesus.
Right.
But knowing her history with the women, it kind of tells me right there there's some politicking going on there.
Oh, it was definitely was. She was pimping those women. We're not even gonna go down that hole.
No.
Never mind. Never mind.
That's another show.
Never mind.
That's another show.
Well,
That's a
that's
whole
another
nother
show.
show.
Never mind. Right. Never mind. My bad. I started.
Oh,
Amen
there
to
you go.
this.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen to this.
Amen.
Put that back up there. Comment of the
28
night.
years? I
Comment
thought it
of
was
the
30.
night.
It's saying 30 years.
Go find
you're
a
right.
cure for cancer before you get your belt from CS.
Dude,
You're right, Chris.
man.
Yeah. 28 years. Yep.
Chris is right, man. He's the wrestling encyclopedia, man.
Yeah.
I want to say that
She
she
did.
had, well, she had her picture on the belt, but so did Mildred Burke. But yeah, she literally had her picture in a lot more prominently on that belt that Wendy Richter won off of her. Yeah.
That was
She
another
did.
one. She was
She
nice
did.
looking back then, Wendy Richter.
Yeah. I saw her at the Hall of Fame the first year I went. Didn't get to talk to her, but I saw her. So we have Ivan Koloff defeated Bruno for that belt, and then Ivan lost it to Pedro Morales, another iconic wrestler, because he held both the WWF title and the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship,
What's up, Jim?
which we'll get to.
And he was tag team champion.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Who's he
Pedro
taking
Morales.
champions with?
Bob Backlund.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then they end up relinquishing the titles because Backlund was champion, world champion.
Okay. Because Backlund defeated superstar Billy Graham, who defeated Pedro Morales
Mm-hmm.
for the title. And Billy Graham was iconic because of his style. I mean, he was the bleach blonde muscle guy, had the very exotic tights. I mean, he was Rick Rude before Rick Rude was Rick Rude.
I didn't know that. Man, Jesse Santana with the knowledge right there, man.
We have oh, okay. Pedro pawned the belt. I did not know that. Huh.
I read something about that.
I heard
It
about
was.
that. Yeah,
I read that too, Damon.
When this is a Black Widow, she was a Black Widow or some character like
Yeah,
that.
Black
in a
Widow.
mask.
Yeah, that was the first screw job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was Moolah and Vince.
I remember that.
Wendy Richter left and went to Puerto Rico or AWA, or was it Puerto Rico or
I don't know.
both? I think. Yeah,
Oh, Jim?
she went off
Jim.
in one of
Jim
those other companies after that.
Okay. And then superstar Billy Graham was very flamboyant in the ring. He was kind of a mix of Rick Rude and Jesse Ventura.
Yes.
That's how I see him anyway.
I agree.
Very flamboyant. I mean, had a body that any one of us would kill to have. His finishing hold was the bear hug, wasn't it?
Did Jesse take his style
Yes.
from him?
Yes,
No.
they all copied off of Billy Graham.
Hogan did too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hogan did. Yeah,
Yeah,
I knew
big
Hogan.
Scott
did.
Steiner,
Mhm.
all those guys copied off of Billy Graham. That's good. Was a good guy to follow, man.
Good point, Chris. Good point.
Yeah, he was first Grand Slam champion way before that term was thrown around.
Mm-hmm. I remember Karate Billy Graham. That's the first time I
Oh,
ever saw him.
yeah. That's what he was in Mid Atlantic, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was the first time I saw him on television. I'd only seen him in the wrestling magazines
Yeah.
till that angle
He's
came out. But,
Ball-headed.
the Rock and Wrestling Connection. She thought that would pay dividends, and it didn't. Lasted for one WrestleMania.
Mhm.
And then Bob Backlund came along out of nowhere and defeated superstar Billy Graham for the WWF Championship. And he held the title for quite a long time, too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. What?
I remember there was a
4 or 5
unification
years?
match between him and Ric Flair at the I can't remember where it was at, but they were pushing it on Georgia Championship Wrestling. They were going to have a unification match, which ended in double disqualification. But
They used to always do that with those champions. They AWA champion versus
What's up,
NWA
Calvin?
champion and WWF champion versus AWA champion. Used to always
Calvin
have
Turner,
that.
huh?
What's
Hey,
going on,
Calvin,
man?
what's
How's it
up?
going?
It's been a minute, man.
this guy knows how to dress.
Oh yeah, man. I got to take some tips from him.
That guy could dress to the nines for sure.
Mhm. Yep.
Nice wardrobe you got there, Calvin. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Backlund is known for that style of belt. That style of belt, the cast belt, was actually named after him in our hobby anyway. They call it the Backlund WWF. Yeah, it was at the Omni. Thank you. It was at the Omni. I remember them talking about that. I had never heard of WWF at the time. Not a problem. Thank you. And then, Backlund was the first one to hold that belt that Richard's holding right there. And he didn't have it very long. Oops.
No.
Right.
The Sheik had it the shortest amount of time, though.
Yeah. What, less than a month, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it wasn't even quite a month. Yeah.
He was definitely the
weeks.
definition of a transitional champion.
He only had a few weeks.
And as much as I disliked the Sheik, because at that time I believed in kayfabe, I didn't like the guy. I think he should have held the belt longer, and I think he would have had they not brought Hulk Hogan in.
Well, he was a transition champion. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I don't think they had that in mind when he won the title. Maybe they did because they want the
I
baby
think
face
they
versus
did. They put,
baby
yeah,
face.
they put it on.
Yeah,
him
they
so
did.
Hogan take it from him.
So the story is Backlund didn't want to drop it to Hogan.
Okay.
That's what another one of those rumors or myths that you read about
Well,
that
then it would
could have been
two faces.
believable.
It would have been face and face.
They wanted to turn Backlund heel, and he didn't want to turn
okay.
heel.
I got you.
And so they took the title off of Backlund and used Sheik to take the title off of Backlund to get it to Hogan. Hogan was part of the plan.
Yeah.
That's what I read. It's another one of
if
those
Hogan had
stories
come
of the road
in,
here.
if Hogan had come in as a heel, would he have gotten over as much if he'd taken the belt from Backlund as a heel?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, he was a heel originally when he was in the WWF.
And that was a hot topic back then, and on the news too. That's why they did that whole Hogan and Sheik thing.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, I read that too. Yeah,
and then Hogan came along. Hogan came along and elevated that belt. I mean, to the moon. I mean,
people will deny it, people will hate it, but I'll say it here. I'm not the biggest Hogan fan, but he changed wrestling.
He did.
Vince McMahon helped that man. He helped Vince McMahon change wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Vince McMahon was the ringmaster, and Hulk Hogan was his lion.
They killed the territories.
Mm-hmm.
They changed the dynamic and what people thought about pro wrestling.
Yeah,
more people made it believable. It was more believable until those guys came in and changed the look of pro wrestling.
Yeah,
that's where sports and entertainment came from. It came from them.
And in my earliest days of watching WWF was actually after Black Saturday. I watched actually on television. That territory back then, it was just a territory. It had a different style of wrestling. I call it metropolitan wrestling.
There you go, Nick.
And the wrestling style was the same. It's just the way it was presented. You had the microphone that came down from the ceiling. They treated it like it was a boxing match. It seemed more formal to me than Southern wrestling. You know,
there was a difference between wrestling and wrestling.
Yeah.
All of us as fans know what that is. The difference between the two.
I remember when the Rack used to come down with the microphones.
Yeah. Howard Finkel did that at Madison
But you
Square
only
Garden.
seen that, like Mark said, you only seen that in New York.
Yeah, Madison Square Garden. Yeah,
it was only in that the Northeast territories. The rest of the country was still using the microphone cords in the middle of the ring, and you see the announcer hand the microphone cord and get out of the ring and whatever.
Yeah, it was a more, in my opinion, I guess the best way I can describe it is more a business casual style of wrestling. I guess.
Yeah,
but and I enjoyed it for the little bit it was on TBS. But after a couple of weeks, I was like, okay, give me my stuff back. I want the Georgia stuff back.
Right.
And I didn't know what had actually happened behind the scenes till many years later. But that was my first taste of WWF wrestling on television. I'd seen it in the magazines prior to that. So,
I could watch
you go.
WWF as when I was younger, but I was more accepting of the NWA and AWA and World Class.
Yeah.
Those were more of what I enjoyed to watch as opposed to WWF. So WWF was cartoonish.
What's
I mean,
up,
still
Levin?
is to this day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was more
so
movie
now.
movies.
It
Yeah,
wa-
movie stars
yeah.
back then. Yeah.
It was cartoonish.
Well, they make cartoons out of it. They did.
Yep.
Right.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah, they sure did.
all I gotta say is I'll give you 3 words: Doink the Clown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
Go
come up
Platinum.
with this character?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
Diesel.
That's the whole. But Ben,
Razor
that's a whole other
Ramon.
show. We could spend a whole show going over all the terrible gimmicks they had.
We could.
Well, yeah, I grew up in Chicago, so yeah, I got to see a good amount of wrestling that, you know.
So moving on, we're going to talk about the WWF Intercontinental Championship. And of course, we got to talk about the first champion, Pat Patterson, Pat the Pekka Patterson.
Hey, you can't mention that. You cannot mention that without mentioning his name.
No, don't go down that one.
I
That's
mean,
for
he was
the
known
after
as
the
the
show
first.
podcast.
He was known for as being the first Intercontinental Champion. I guess he had a decent reign, not a great reign, but a decent reign. Until he was, I mean, we didn't know about his orientation until much later. But and of course, Tony Atlas exposed a lot of that. It was his Pekka.
Some of his guys that knew him didn't know. I mean, there was some that it was obvious to, but some of them didn't know it until like later on in the years. They suspected it, but they weren't really sure.
They might have turned a blind eye to it.
Yeah.
Well, I know that
it
they
was
asked
that
Roddy,
time of day.
they asked Roddy Piper about it, and Piper was just very. I don't think he wanted to talk about it.
Mhm.
But I think he was not a victim. He was a victim, but I don't think that he actually allowed him to do anything. I think he did some overtures to him.
Maybe Piper.
But,
he touched Piper's Pekka.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where do we go from here? And then the other notable, the second ring in the Triple Crown was Pedro Morales. You know, he was WWF champion, and then he was Intercontinental champion. How long was he Intercontinental champion? Very long.
Pedro Morales.
don't recall.
He might have been Intercontinental champion more or a longer period of time than he was WWF champion. But he famously lost the title to Don Morocco, who put his foot on the ropes for leverage and won the title. I saw that match just the other day. But he's known for being the first Triple Crown champion, and the Intercontinental Championship was the second notch in that post. But not Tito. Pedro was actually really, really good in the ring. For being such a pudgy guy, he could get around the ring. You know, he had that. He had that bowling ball shape to him. He was like a bowling ball in ballet slippers. You know?
He was like the regular man for wrestling. You're just
an
ordinary guy, the way he looked.
Absolutely. Barry O. Who's Barry O? Are you talking about
Barry Orton? That's an Orton. That's
Orton. Okay, I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a enhancement talent.
He touched Piper's bagpipes.
Why?
I got to
Why?
be careful for these comments up here.
Right?
I
Why?
saw Piper and I put it up there. And,
Nick,
Why?
that's for the after podcast.
Nick, don't you have a Mercedes to fix?
Right?
Oh,
Inside joke.
Why?
Hello, AD Terry.
what's
Watching
up,
live
AD?
again. We appreciate you and your service.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one on my list for the Intercontinental is Tito Santana, who took the belt off of Don Morocco, who didn't hold it very long.
No, did he have the red version or the green version?
He won the red version, but I think he was the first one to hold the green version. Green version. He had the green version.
He's the first one to hold the classic that we all love.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but he won the green version off of Don Morocco. Don
Mhm, he
Morocco
did.
had the red version.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then, okay, let me back up. He tore up one of them. Didn't Don Morocco tear one of the belts up? Was it the red one? He tore up a belt, didn't he?
I don't think Morocco did.
No,
I thought he did.
No,
that was Billy Graham tore
Billy
up.
Graham.
Well, I knew about that.
the
I knew about
backwards.
that, but I thought Morocco tore up a.
No.
Oh, he
no.
did. He tore up the green one,
Oh,
and that's when they
Valentine.
came up with the classic.
Valentine.
Was it Valentine?
Oh, Valentine. Okay,
I think it was Valentine. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Rich is right. I think it was
that's right.
Valentine.
Okay, I knew somebody tore it up.
Valentine beat Tito, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah,
Damon
that's
said
right.
it. Yeah, Damon was the one that said that.
Okay, so Valentine was the first one to hold the classic version because, or no, well, let me back up.
No, it was him.
Okay, I know he
Yeah.
tore the green one up. And as cheap as that belt was, it was a trophy shop style belt.
I
It was
just gonna say
iconic because some classic people held that belt. I mean, iconic wrestlers did that. You know, Don Morocco, who's a legend in his own right. Tito Santana, who's a legend. I think they're the only two that hold that green belt.
I think you're right.
But a lot of legendary Intercontinental champions.
I wouldn't mind having one of those.
The green one,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not bad. It's better
Just-
than the red one.
It's just for the nostalgia of the way the belt was and
Yeah,
how it was back then.
yeah. Any other Intercontinental champions come to mind, guys? Those are like three I could come up with. Was
Macho
Morello-
Man.
Macho Man,
Yeah.
the honky tonk,
Yeah.
man,
Macho Man
Ultimate-
probably the
Ultimate
greatest
Warrior?
one.
the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels.
Bret Hart,
Yep.
Shawn Michaels. It was the workman's title.
Razor
Owen Hart.
Ramon. Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon famously gave one to a kid that was suffering with AIDS on one of the talk shows.
The Maury
Oh,
Show.
that was-
Yep, was the Maury
Maury.
Show.
Morning
Yeah.
show. Okay, he had it with him. There was two children. There was a boy and a girl, and they wanted to get married.
Actually,
They were
that was
both-
a Jerry Springer show. That they
Jerry Springer.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's
Right.
right. That's right.
Right.
I was
Right,
going to say
right.
Phil
Filmed
Donahue,
here.
but I wanted to say it was Phil
Filmed here.
Donahue, but you're right. That's right.
Mhm.
And he gave his Intercontinental belt to the boy because he felt he was an inspiration because of his bravery through the AIDS he was suffering
Mhm.
from. So
Yeah.
I had a whole different level of respect for Scott Hall after that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Oh, he
Okay,
did destroy.
that's
the green
right.
one.
that's right. Yeah,
Okay.
Hammer.
The
Oh,
Mount-
Valentine. Okay.
the Mountie was one. I forgot about that one.
Mhm.
Stone Cold. I don't think he held that one very long before he went to the big title. But
Well,
the
he had it when
Intercontinental.
Stone Cold had it. He threw it in the river somewhere. Remember?
Did he?
That's when he had a feud with a Rock.
Yeah, he threw it in the
Okay.
river.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it
Tossed
the
in the
oval
river.
one that he threw in the river?
No.
No, it was the
It was
classic.
it was
Oh, okay.
classic. Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry Springer. Okay, Richard. Thanks for watching.
Take it
Be
easy,
sure to come
man.
back-
Thanks for watching.
Watch again. We'll be
Happy
back next-
Thanksgiving if we don't talk to you.
Yeah. But the Intercontinental, in my opinion, was more prestigious back in the late 70s, early 80s, before the territories died out. It was the workhorse belt for that territory.
Mhm.
It wasn't the big title, but it was the next best thing.
And way back when you won that title, you were like in the, your next stop was the, that like the U.S. title was in the NWA, the Intercontinental title was to the world title in the WWF.
Yes,
Ricky the
that's
Dragon
true.
Steamboat.
That's true.
In my opinion, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is the last iconic wrestler to hold that title that made it prestigious because he came from the old school territory days.
Mhm.
Well,
He knew how to
Ricky's-
hold the title.
Steamboat and Savage had the all-time greatest match ever. So
That's right. That's right.
Don't forget Macho Man with the Bresso.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
Honky Tonk Man had the Brasso too. I saw a picture of that today.
Mm-hmm.
Gold Dust. I don't count that one, but Hello Platinum.
Hey, what do you mean? Goldust had his own. He had his own version.
Yep.
I
yeah,
know.
The all gold
Yeah,
version.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
which
gold.
which only means anything to people who collect belts,
Mm,
in my
so?
opinion. Okay,
So?
I digress. I digress.
What are you trying to
You
say?
did.
We're not gonna get a Smoking
I'm-
Skull title. Is
I'm-
that what we're doing now?
I'm gonna quote Andy on this deal. F you, Ben.
Hey, Billy, tell us how we feel about what Mark just said.
That's how we're really feeling.
Come on, Billy. You can come out and tell us.
He's getting his prunes. Hold on a minute.
Oh, sorry. I was reading something.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. There you go. Take a seat and watch a show. Shut up.
Oh man.
Okay, let's move on to the NWA.
Oh,
My side of the deal.
oh
Yeah, mine
boy.
too. My favorite.
We're gonna start off with the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, and not because Ben's here. We're not gonna talk about the Dome Globe. We're gonna talk about the title.
Ben's got it
NWA
right
World Heavyweight-
there.
He does.
He loves
That is the
so much.
ugliest belt known to man, according to Ben. There it is.
Show your love, Ben.
Nice leather it's got there.
Yeah, the stank ass leather.
Leather's only good part of that belt, right, Ben?
What do you
Right.
say?
I'm sorry, guys. If you
I
look
should have
at
had
this,
that belt.
if you look at the wrestlers really quick, it looks like they're doing something else.
Right. Yeah. Right.
We have kids watching the show, Richard, but thank you very much for sharing.
That's why I said it discreetly.
They look like they're wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
there you go.
They need a quote box above there that says, "Nobody's looking, it's okay."
No Diddy,
Right.
Richard. No Diddy.
No Diddy, yeah.
The dogs do it.
Oh, gee. Why don't they? You know, why not?
Okay, so let's talk about the NWA, the World Heavyweight Championship. He was not the first, but he's the first in the modern era. Buddy Rogers
Mm-hmm.
was one of the first in the 60s. It was the 60s he had that title before he moved over to the WWF to their title. And didn't he and Lou Thez actually trade the belt back and forth? Because Lou Thez held it a total of 6 times.
He had it quite a few times. Oh, I got it right here. I got the cheat right here.
And while we're on this topic of the NWA, the NWA World Title is the oldest world title in professional wrestling. It dates back to 1948, which makes it the most prestigious and still used today.
Wow.
Although it's lost some of its luster over the last
Yeah,
20 years.
thanks to Billy Corgan.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of downhill before that.
Well,
Uh,
I agree, but he had his chance to do something with NWA and he didn't do it. I mean,
Well, when Jim Crockett Promotions bought out the NWA territories, that pretty much put an end to it because Flair basically, who was a champion at that time, defended the title in the Mid-Atlantic area, basically Georgia, Mid-Atlantic, that area, before they decided to take it, around the country like WWF did. But Buddy Rogers and Lou Thez both held that belt. Lou Thez was a 6-time World Heavyweight Champion. He held it the most times. The record for having it the most times to Harley Race won it from Ric Flair in 1983, giving him 7 world title reigns. And of course, Flair shattered that record. They did trade Chris Reigns said there's a wrestling story right there. Buddy and Lou did trade the NWA title during the 60s. And Chris likes the bin. Likes the belt, Ben. Likes the bin. He does like the bin.
he's
He likes the belt too. You're number one in his book. Also, yeah. Also on my list for NWA World Heavyweight Champions that were iconic enough to keep the prestige of this belt going were Dory Funk Jr., who held it for a great length of time. I think 2 or 3 years. I mean, consecutive years. I think he only held it one time, but he held it probably the most consecutive years together.
He held it. He had it for 1,563 days.
Wow.
So what's that? 4.5, almost 5 years.
You sure it went 6,153 days?
That was
No,
8,000. Get it right.
No,
Yeah,
I'm looking at it right here.
Okay.
I'm kind of cheating.
He was a great champion, held it for a very long time. And I think what happened with him, he was driving around on his farm and had a car wreck or truck wreck. He wrecked his truck and got hurt. He wasn't able to defend the belt anymore. So they didn't want Harley Race to take it off of him. So they had, no, I take it back. They want Jack Briscoe taken away from him because they're both baby faces.
Correct.
So they brought Harley Race in to be the transitional champion. Harley Race defeated Dory Funk for the belt.
And then right before he was to defend it before Jack Briscoe, they changed it from the what they call it the crown jewel belt. They call it the crown jewel belt. They switched it over to the what we now know as the Dome Globe, which was on red velvet at the time. They presented it to Harley Race in Houston, Texas, prior to his defending the title against Jack Briscoe. And Jack Briscoe won that belt off of Harley Race that night in Houston, Texas. And Ben's got it. The crown
It's a
jewel.
beautiful belt, man.
I had that one. I sold it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what is my affection with this belt, man, but
It's not the Dome Globe.
yeah, I've always liked this belt.
And they brought that style back for the current NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship.
That's
Yep.
right. Yep.
So that right there.
There you go.
Sure did.
Beautiful, beautiful belt.
Yep.
Isn't it? Didn't Kerry Morton have it?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Well. Oh, from 1929 to okay. I did not know about that. I just knew they formed the National Wrestling Alliance in 1948. I knew that. It's a nice belt. Chris likes it too. So moving on, we have Harley Race taken away from Jack Briscoe. No, I'm sorry. Harley Race took it from Dory Funk, lost to Jack Briscoe, who lost it to Terry Funk. Then Harley Race gets it back. In Toronto, Canada, by the way, he got it with Indian Deathlock. I remember that match. I didn't remember from actually seeing it. I saw videos of it later. And Harley Race kind of went back and forth with Giant Baba over in Japan. He lost a couple. So Jack Briscoe. Jack Briscoe lost the belt to Giant Baba once, and then Harley Race lost it twice within a year. And how long did you say Baba kept it for? A total of what? 3 weeks?
8,326 days.
Yeah. Yeah. A 1, a 2, a 3.
We need a blooper reel, guys.
We do. But I think Ben told us before the show that Giant Baba had that belt for either 2 or 3 weeks total. Held it 3 times for about 2 or 3 weeks total. I don't think he can hear us.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. How long did you say that Giant Baba held that belt for? A total?
I think he had 17 days.
Okay, 17 days. A little over 2 weeks.
I'm looking at it right now.
He took the belt first from Jack Briscoe when Briscoe was over there for a tour of Japan, and Briscoe went back before he left.
19 days. He was champion 19 days.
Okay, just under 3 weeks. Okay, so he took it off Jack Briscoe while Jack Briscoe was over there for, I think, a week. Lost it back to him. Jack Briscoe came back over here, lost it to I don't know who he lost it to, but somehow Harley Race gets it back. He goes over there, loses the belt to Baba. Before he leaves Japan, he gets the belt back, goes back the following year, loses it again, and regains it. But these are some classic matches, and these matches are on YouTube, by the way. A week at a time. And to me, it just looked funny that big tall guy with that little belt. It just looked so small on him.
Yeah, it looked like he was wearing a belt buckle.
Yeah.
You talking about Baba?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the worst NWA champions of all time.
Yeah.
Just terrible.
They could have put that belt on Godzilla. It would look better.
That guy walks around here looking like a tree stump with thin limbs.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
I never was convinced that guy was a great wrestler, but he was a hell of a promoter.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was. He was in a tag team with
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Like,
oh, Johnny.
He
was he in the 87 Crockett Cup? I can't remember.
Yes, he was. He was in 2 of the Crockett Cups.
I will say this about Giant Baba. I never heard of him until the first David Von Erich Memorial Texas Predator Champions, Texas State Predator Champions, because he came over here with Jimbo Shruda. They were on that card. I don't know if they wrestled or not, but they were there appeared on that card. But Baba, I believe, because he was a promoter over there, when David Von Erich died in Japan, Baba organized a funeral for David Von Erich before they shipped him back home. There was a church there. They brought him in. He was in a shipping crate. And Bruiser Brody was there. All the Japanese guys, all Japan Pro Wrestling was there. And held a nice little funeral service for him. They took. I saw a video of Baba throwing flower petals on the body in the crate. Okay, interesting. But a lot of respect for Giant Baba, who's no longer with us anymore. But that was a nice thing he did, holding a service for Von Erich over there before they sent him home. There's video of that on YouTube, by the way. If you'll look up "Remembering David Von Erich," it shows, it's in Japanese at first. There's a commentator talking Japanese, and you can see Bruiser Brody walk over to the I call it casket. It was actually a shipping crate. Leaned down and kissed him on the forehead. I actually have a picture of him laying in that thing. Somebody sent that to me. I'm not going to share that on here, but he's covered in flower petals and covered in a sheet. All it exposes his face. But yeah, and Bruiser Brody was crying. The only time you ever see crying from Bruiser Brody. So, but although he didn't win the title, David Von Erich is iconic because of the fact he was slated to become the NWA World Heavyweight Champion before he passed away.
Yep.
That's a story that I've heard from many people. I think Harley Race said this. Ric Flair said it. Seems like there was a long line of wrestlers who were in line for the title, but somehow tragedy changed the story. Magnum TA, David Von Erich, just a lot of people for some reason, and even Buddy Landell was supposed to win the NWA title.
There was rumors of Butch Reed too. They was
I didn't know
considered
about
Butch
that.
Reed. Yeah. Butch
I would
Reed
like
and Buddy Landell was being considered.
I would have liked to have seen Butch Reed win the title. I think the title looked good around his waist. I really do. And he would have been a great heel champion.
He had to look, yeah.
He did.
had to look a heel champion, yeah. And
He
he
did,
can
he
talk
did.
on the mic. So,
Buddy Landell's downfall was his drug abuse.
yeah.
That was his problem, his drug or alcohol abuse. I don't know. I think he, if you saw some of his interviews as a heel in Florida, I think he would have had a good run with it. Maybe not as long as
I'm going to
Flair.
agree with Platinum. I'm going to agree with Platinum. And this is why. It wouldn't have been about David. It'd have been about Fritz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
Fritz would have messed his title reign up.
Yeah. I know, Gianni. Thank you. I know.
I think Fritz would have sabotaged David's reign.
You think so?
Yeah, because Fritz was that promoter. You couldn't tell him nothing.
That's true. That's true.
He was in charge of the NWA one time. He didn't have that. He didn't have that in his hands. But I think, and this just is one of those what ifs.
I caught that, Gianni.
We could just assume, but I think Fritz would have sabotaged David's reign.
No doubt.
That's possible.
No
That's
doubt.
possible. That's possible. Yeah,
No,
I
he was the-
want to go back.
he-
Gianni was asking the question. He wasn't making a statement. I
That's what it is.
caught that before he corrected himself.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was rupture of intestine. From what I understand from David Manning, they're doing an interview with him. It was something that was simple. Could have been simply fixed by taking some pills, some medication before he left for Japan. But he thought he would get over it. He thought it was indigestion. Gets over there, ate some sushi, which is not good for enteritis because it's raw fish. He drank a lot of sake, and according to Wild Bill Irwin, he was a purger. He ate a lot of food at Ribera Steakhouse. Went upstairs to his room and purged. Came back down and ate some more. And that's what Wild Bill Irwin said.
So you think think from all those years of doing it, maybe it just ruptured because of that?
No, I think it was just it's just an inflammation of the intestines, and he made it worse by when he went over there by engorging himself with all this food, and sushi is not good for intestinal inflammation. It just makes it worse. And it just went untreated. That's if he'd just gone to the doctor before he left for Japan,
Yeah.
he would have been okay. But he's a businessman. He business first. I'll get better. And even Kevin told him, said, "Don't go over there and die." Oh, I won't. So he ignored the symptoms, and it cost him his life. Well, Fritz was president of the NWA at one point, but I don't think he was president at that time.
No, he was not president. It was it Geigel?
Yeah, it was Geigel. Sure
I
was.
think Geigel was president, but
was.
it was going back and forth between. If you look at the history, it was going back and forth between Geigel and Fritz for a little bit.
I didn't know that, but I knew Fritz was it before Geigel. But
they
some point,
traded it off. But I think looking back at it, Fritz would he would have messed David's reign up, and they would have had to take the title off of David.
Yeah, that's possible.
That's very possible. And I'm gonna tell you why that also sits on my mind as a theory. Look what happened when Kerry won the title.
Well, Kerry didn't keep the title on because he was undependable. He missed some matches because of his lifestyle.
There was talk that some of those promoters didn't like Fritz too.
That's possible
because they felt like they didn't want to have to deal. They didn't want to have to go through Fritz to get to Kerry.
Yeah.
I've read that somewhere. Again, this is off of work. We're going off of assumptions. We're going off of what could have, a maybe type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you start piecing it all together, and you remember what type of person Fritz was. Fritz wasn't no punk. He wasn't no punk.
Nope.
He was no punk. So he was not going to let somebody basically run him over or run him down or run through him.
Or run his kid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see what I'm getting at?
Yep. And I'm going to interrupt this conversation because we're at the top of the second hour. We'll come back to this conversation. You're watching Span the Globe on the Dab Network. Welcome back to Span the Globe. My name is Mark Maggard. I'm your host. And with me tonight is Richard Ward, Andy B., and Ben Walker. Welcome to hour number 2, which is sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Belt Leathering and by Ashley Southern Designs. And of course, we are part of the Dab Network, a proud part of the Dab Network, which also hosts the Double Dropkick podcast. Be sure to check them out on Saturday nights, as well as the broadcast on Tuesday nights. Ethan Thompson had his premiere of the broadcast this past Tuesday. Great show with his co-host, Stone Cold Steve. I'll get it right.
Don't go by too, I'm sure.
He is study, yeah. Very handsome young man. And I say that in a very bro way.
No, did he? No,
did he? But be sure to check them out on Tuesday nights. They had a great premiere, and I think they're going to go places. So be sure to check that if you already know so. And we're still trying to get to 500 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Once we get there, we're going to have a giveaway for this beautiful Winged Eagle belt. It is dual-plated CNC 4mm with a full belt tip on American leather. But we have to get to 500 subscribers. So if you're not already a subscriber, please go to the Wide World of Belts YouTube channel and click that subscribe button and the like button on this show. We would greatly appreciate it. And when we get to 500, we're going to give away this belt. It could be yours. So we were talking about the most prestigious belts in professional wrestling history and the iconic athletes who competed for that belt or fought over the belt or feuded for the belt. We were at Harley Race, and we got off on a rabbit trail talking about the Fritz von Erich angle with why his boys weren't able to keep that belt or get that belt or keep it. So we get past. Well, I want to back up. We got to Kerry, but I want to get to Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes, who we all know, the American Dream, the polka dots, the WWF, which is really terrible. But he was also a booker, great booker. He had some great bookings he did. Some not so great, but for the most part, pretty good. But he held the title about 3 times?
3 times.
3 times. Twice against Harley Race and once against Ric Flair. Very flamboyant, great on the mic. I would say great in the ring, but I wouldn't say he was actually wrestling. It was more like antics, his bionic elbow, his little moves, his little shimmies. Great showman, absolutely great showman. And he loved to dress. I mean, he had the
Tommy Rich.
Tommy Rich was one, yeah. Although he only held it for a week.
Yeah, for a week.
But he was a great wrestler in his own right. I mean, he had the National Heavyweight Championship. He was great. He went to the Memphis territory. He was part of the new Fabulous Ones, Fargo's Fabulous Ones. Made a name for himself in professional wrestling. Got the title from Harley Race. Lost it back within a week before Jim Crockett, who was the president of the NWA at that time, could make it back to the United States. He was in Japan and was not too happy when he got here. Yeah.
That was a great disagreement with the NWA. That's why they broke away from the NWA. It was booking.
Yeah.
It was booking. And part of that was when Kerry was world champion.
Well,
that's where kind of the dysfunction came from.
Jim Crockett, I think at some point became NWA president and did not want to send the world champion back to Texas.
Right.
He wanted he wanted the champion there in his territory.
That's when he was trying to start the national expansion too.
Yeah.
So, and they wasn't in the plan. So yeah, they had to break away.
Yeah, we mentioned the Funks earlier, Gianni. I think he came in after we started.
Yeah, I think you missed that part. Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about Jack and not Jack, but Dory and Terry Funk. Terry Funk we just lost last year. Sad to say. There's a mural in Amarillo of him. I'm gonna go try to check it out sometime. But and by the way, the version of the title he held was beat to crap. I mean, the dome was dented, the paint was gone. It was in bad shape. But then we get to Ric Flair, the probably for most of us the most well-known world heavyweight champion. He won the title first off of Dusty Rhodes in 1981. Held the belt for a year and a half before he lost to Harley Race. Got it back. He lost in June of '83. He won it in September of '81. Kept the belt until June of '83. Lost to Harley Race. Regained it back from Harley Race. It started the first start Greensboro, North Carolina, on Thanksgiving. I believe it was Thanksgiving weekend of '83. And held the belt for until May of the following year when he lost to Kerry Von Erich, and he got it back. And he's dropped it to a few people, but his way of carrying the belt, his promos, the way he approached the ring, had the look of the champion. He lived the lifestyle.
Well, like you said earlier, he was one of the ones that held the title like a championship.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, we talked about that too, Gianni. We just talked about that right just a few minutes ago. He was a control freak. But I, in my opinion, I think Ric Flair probably elevated that title to its highest level before everything started coming.
He did.
I agree.
Everybody, we all recognize the fact Ric Flair is the greatest world heavyweight champion ever.
Yeah.
He is.
He had the charisma. He had the talk. He had the mic skills. He had the in ring. He was a great wrestler.
I mean, he was a hell of a promo artist too.
Yep.
He didn't have a weakness in it. He didn't have a weakness in his character.
No,
he did not.
None. He traveled all over the place. He's recognizable, world recognizable.
I mean, he's still doing it till today.
People that wasn't wrestling fans know who Ric Flair was.
Go back to the beginning of the show,
Know
John.
who Hulk Hogan is, but know who Ric Flair is.
You'll catch up.
Oh man,
that was my number one, Gianni.
See, that's what happened when you show up late.
That's right.
Now, after the podcast, you stay late. You had to hit the racers together. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. We're gonna knock off points.
That's what happened.
But Flair was actually one of the few guys that was willing to take that belt and deal with that grueling schedule. I mean, it was a terrible schedule.
on the road for all but a week out of the year.
I mean, who other than Ric Flair did the promos the way he did it? He did it so well that you believed in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you were drawn into his character right away.
The only other person in history who was like that was Macho Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the way Macho Man could change his pitch and change how he delivered it and his mannerism stuff. Him and Flair have always been able to grab the audience and pull them with them.
Well, they both had
Hogan
that
had
pitch in
it
their
too.
voice. They both had that pitch in their voice.
Yeah, but they could change it. And the way that you listen to them, we all oh yeah, well, we're not talking about that.
Yeah.
We know that, but that's what it is, man. Superman had a weakness too, right?
Yep.
I think Flair, his promos changed once Jim Crockett started the national expansion because he was more exclusively in that territory, the North Carolina, Georgia territories, and his character became more cartoonish. He was starting to spoof himself with the woos. I mean, his woo here, woo there. Used to, when I saw him in Georgia in the early 80s, he would end his promos with the woo. He wouldn't make it part of the promo. He would end it with the woo, where he would sit there and go, woo, 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 woo. He didn't do that till later. His first promo when he won the title in Georgia, he did one woo during the promo, just kind of a transition to a sentence, and then they ended it. No, he didn't even end it with a woo. He had it in the middle of the promo. They walked off. Thank Gordon Solie for having him on, and he walked off the set.
I love when he used to talk about his clothes. I got $1,000 shoes on.
Yeah, he said my shoes probably cost more than your house.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
he always
right,
had the
Chris.
Rolex. He always had the Rolex he was talking about.
Yep. Lizard shoes, the $500 tie, $100 ties, $500 suits.
Okay.
Somebody had taken a picture of him in the airport. He was in a sling.
Oh,
his arm was in a sling. He looked
That's why he
really
wasn't on
bad in that
AEW.
picture, right?
He did. He
looked really bad.
Yeah, it's sad. He hasn't dropped the character. He's still trying to stay in character.
It's
And
going to
he's
be like
finally
Bob
finding
Backlund.
Was finally finding out the hard way that his lifestyle's catching up with him. But he's not going to change.
Yeah.
He's not going to change.
I see him.
He's going to live with it.
Like that till the end of his days, just like
Yeah.
Bob Backlund. They're going to be stuck in character.
Jack, don't get me started on Jack Bonino. Yeah, he was listening to it on radio. He heard it on radio. Jerry Lee Lewis. He talks about that. But Flair is, in my opinion, probably the greatest NWA world champion of all time.
Definitely.
No doubt. There's no doubt.
Him and Race.
You can't mention the
Him and Race are one
NWA
and
without
two.
those two.
Right.
Yeah, him and Race are 1 and 2.
Let's jump to the NWA Television Championship, and because we got a couple more to get through here, and there's some other things I want to jump into. But NWA Television Championship, of course, the first champion was Dusty Rhodes, and now they just gave him the title, right? Or I don't think there was a tournament for the title. I think they just gave him the title, didn't they?
He was TV champion. They transitioned him to world television champion.
Okay. And he's the only one to hold the red strap. Now, before you correct me on this, he held that belt when it was red. By the time he lost it to Arn Anderson, it had turned color. So if you want to see the original red strap on the NWA TV title, go back and look at Dusty Rhodes when he first came on the television with that title. Over time, with the sweat, the wear and tear, the alcohol being spilled on it, it turned.
It's got the essence of the American dream.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
on
right.
it, baby.
If you will.
Yeah.
If you will, baby. The Bull of the Woods, baby.
It was so red it matched his birthmark.
Yeah. No, you're not. But Tully Blanchard. No, Arn Anderson won it from him. Arn Anderson was the second champion, and I think Arn Anderson, in my opinion, is probably him and Tully Blanchard are probably the two greatest TV champions. In my opinion.
Yeah,
I think Arn's number
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
hands
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, Arn
He's
is
the
the
man.
one I'm going to remember for a long time.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
first person that I
Yeah.
think of when I think of that belt.
And,
Two-
and
two?
I agree with you on Arn, and it's simply because of his promos.
Yeah,
Because of his
The
promos.
best.
another
Arn-
promo guy.
Arn was right up there with Flair when it came to doing promos. He was that good.
He was more in your face, smash
Oh, yeah.
mouth. You know, his promos were more about brutality. Flair's was more about the lifestyle. But yeah, they were
Yes,
equally
true.
gifted, just in different ways.
Yes, I agree.
Then of course you had Tully Blanchard, who, in my opinion, had a great promo. He was always
Mhm.
businesslike. He held the title, cradled it in his hands, folded. He didn't have the title very long though. I think he
No.
went to the National Heavyweight Championship. We had Steve Austin. We mentioned, we kind of debate on Steve Austin because he didn't have the title very long either before he went to WWF. But he's also noted to have held that belt, as well as Sting. Sting won the belt.
What's up,
Now,
Arn?
who
Nikita
does
had
Sting-
it.
Who did
Nikita
Sting
had
win
it
the
too.
belt off of? Who did?
Nikita had it too.
Oh, yeah, that's
I,
right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Nikita had quite
unified.
a rivalry between him and Mike Rotunda. Nikita and Rotunda.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Demon's got it.
Nikita had the unification match with Terry Taylor,
Yes.
the
Mhm.
UWF
Unified
TV
TV.
champion.
Yep.
That's right. I
Yep.
forgot about that.
Nikita
Red
still
Rooster.
has the UWF TV title to this day. He takes everywhere with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mike Rotunda. There's a good one right
Yep.
there.
The Varsity Club.
Yeah,
Praise up to Mike Rotunda too, man. I heard he's not doing too good.
No, he's not, but he's still with
Not
us.
doing too good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He's-
yeah,
he's
praise
on
to
hospice.
Mike, man.
He's
He's
on
not- yeah,
hospice,
he-
like they claimed.
Yeah.
Hello, Bonkers. Bonkers joins from the UK.
What's up, man?
Bunkers, what's up?
What's up, man?
Don't know, Gianni. I don't know. Probably. Yeah, Dusty won the title and Baby Doll. That was the world title, though. He won the
Mhm.
world title and Baby Doll.
Yep.
And then she screwed him over, and he lost it back to Flair. Maurice, you're ahead of us. Yeah, the Great Muta.
Mm-hmm.
Great Muta
Yep.
took it off of Sting.
That was a hell of a rivalry.
Muta had the title for a little while, not a
Mhm.
great long
Yeah,
time,
he had it for a little bit.
and he never spoke. He had a manager. all
Gary
the time.
Hart.
Gary Hart. That's right.
Yeah.
He was Gary Hart's replacement for the Great Kabuki.
Yes.
Hell of a replacement.
Kabuki got injured, and they brought Muta over.
Oh, I didn't know about that. If I did, I forgot.
So he was actually wrestling in Puerto Rico or something, and they brought him in. They heard about
Okay.
it, brought him in, and then did that whole thing. He's the son of Kabuki, blah blah blah.
Oh,
Now,
I think I remember
before-
that.
Before he came
Yeah.
into WCW, he wasn't wearing the makeup, right? He was just
No,
regular stuff.
well, no, he was wearing a mask, and he
Oh,
was
okay.
known as Super Ninja.
Okay.
So
Because I saw some
yeah.
matches of him over in New Japan. Maybe it's New Japan I'm thinking of, where he didn't wear his or maybe All Japan. But I saw some matches of him over in Japan where he wasn't wearing anything. Just
Yeah,
his- Freaking face.
he alternated to the Muto character.
Oh, Bobby
like-
Eaton held that
yeah.
title. I forgot.
Yeah, he did.
He
Yeah,
sure
he
did.
did.
He was quite the champion too.
Okay, somebody just lost a bet. Pay up.
eBay. eBay.
Oh, let's take it. Let's roll up beautiful beam footage. Let's see what shirt Andy's wearing here. What is that? Ah, okay.
Flair and Savage.
Yeah, Flair Savage. Now, one comment about my red jacket. I'm wearing the red jacket tonight, guys.
And Mark,
Right.
nice jacket.
Mark, that's quite the beautiful jacket you have on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Here it is. Hello.
Hey,
Or
Mark,
the
is that the
BCW
the Texas coin right behind your
That
head?
jacket makes you look thinner.
Yeah. This
This is
is
a nice-
the
That's just a
Mid-South
nice belt
television
behind you
title.
there, Mark.
No, the top,
There's-
right above your head,
I'll be scrolling
in the middle.
Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah, that's
Oh,
Texas
okay.
title.
I thought I seen that.
Is that a Coke bottle above your head, Mark?
Moving on. Uh, okay, all right. Moving on. And that's it for the NWA TV. It's never changed styles. It's changed straps. It went from a red one to a ox blood just through osmosis.
and then to a black strap, and I think it's back to a red strap. It's also had a white strap recently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
more
it's
curved version.
The
Yeah.
current NWA changed the side plates on it. I don't like what they
Yeah.
did.
yeah, but it's a staple in any NWA fans belt collection.
Yes, it is.
Just much like the Winged Eagle and Dome Globe and Classic IC. So if you don't have an NWA TV, I highly recommend you get one. It's a great belt. Great belt.
Great belt.
I love mine. Mine is the black with the red backing.
Where's
Great
mine?
belt.
But you have to have it on Mark's leather.
Yeah, mine's back down here somewhere.
Yeah, put it on that stank ass leather.
There you go.
Let's get through New Japan, and then we'll move on to the next topic. New Japan. This is Ben's forte here. Now, trivia question, Ben. I know you know this. Who's the first IWGP champion?
Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna say it again. Hulk Hogan.
Brother.
For the slow ones.
Brother.
Hulk
Brother.
Hogan.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Actually, I thought Sammy was great in Van Halen. Oh, it's Sammy Hagar. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sammy Hagar.
And there's been some great peoples that the great wrestlers that held that. Inoki,
No,
Buddha,
yep.
Shinsei, Nakamura, Nakamura.
Did Jimbo
Who's been
Shruda hold that belt?
No, All Japan Triple Crown
Okay.
with the three belts, not that.
And some names
belt.
most of you might know here in the States: Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, Scott Norton, my favorite, AJ Styles. What other Americans held that belt?
That's what I was just gonna say.
I guess you could count.
I'll give you a name. He held version 2. I have it back there.
Brock Lesnar.
Bob Sapp.
Who?
Ooh.
Bob
Sapp.
Sapp. The only African descent IWGP world champion.
China.
I said China.
She was Intercontinental champion. We should put her on the list.
Bob Sapp, the MMA
I've
fighter, was
I've never heard of him.
IWGP heavyweight champion.
I've never heard of him. Oh, also, who was a MMA fighter that was an NWA champion? Did he hold the belt? Who's that guy?
Dan
Severn?
Severn. Yeah.
Dan
No,
Severn.
he was NWA champion.
Not Dan Severn. Not Dan Severn. There's another one. He's retired now. Well, so's Dan Severn. Oh, he was in WCW for a little bit.
Oh, Tank Abbott.
No,
No,
he was-
not Tank
Shamrock?
Abbott.
Shamrock. Wasn't Shamrock a WGP champion?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, thank you, Damon. Stan Hansen, was he I forgot some of the names.
No, All Japan.
Okay. That makes
He was
sense.
All Japan. You guys are naming All Japan guys.
Well, I'm more familiar with All Japan.
Yeah. Chono was NWA champion. You want to call it NWA champion.
Oh, okay.
What other Americans I can think of?
I can't think off the top of my head. There are so many nameplates. Now,
Kenny Omega.
I'm trying to remember for the V4, were there nameplates for like multiple nameplates for the same wrestler that held it more than once?
No, they
No,
put
just
your
once.
dates.
Just
They
show
date
the
it.
dates underneath
Okay.
their name.
They put your dates in
Okay.
your name. Right.
Okay. All right. Chris Raines is doing some research while we're doing the show.
Right? He's the encyclopedia, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, both Dusty and Magnum lost the U.S. title because they attacked Bob Geigel. I think the problem was Bob Geigel.
Bob Guy got attacked by, yeah, he got attacked by.
Both
Yeah.
of them.
I don't remember Dusty Rhodes attacking, but I remember
Yes,
him
he did.
and
Yeah.
doing that.
Didn't
Okay.
Dusty hit him with the bat?
No, he was attacking Tully Blanchard with a bat.
It hit Bob Geigel.
Did he? I don't remember that.
I think that's what happened.
Okay, I remember
He
that.
never defended
I remember
on
that segment,
TV.
but I can't remember who all was involved. I remember Magnum TA came out in his with his crutches, and who came out to attack him? And then I think it was Tully Blanchard, wasn't it? And then Dusty took the bat from them and beat them with it. Oh, it was Jim Crockett. He attacked Jim Crockett.
Okay.
When Bob Geigel.
I thought he hit Bob Geigel.
Magnum TA hit Bob Geigel during an interview on Mid Atlantic. Yeah.
Yeah, because Nikita was talking about his mom and
Yeah. So there you have it, folks. The most prestigious titles and the iconic wrestlers who either held those belts or fought for the belts. Great list, guys. And there's more and more we could talk about, but we only have so much time for the show. We might revisit this at some point in time.
Maybe a to be continued.
Yeah, maybe so.
Down the
So we got a
road.
lot of good topics that we could spend
we didn't
3
even
hours
get to
on.
ECW. So
No, we didn't.
we could
didn't.
use ECW at next turn. We could even go AWA.
Right.
We got plenty.
Yeah.
Plenty of meat on the bone.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get back to belts, the belt hobby for a moment because I finished the belt. I'm actually kind of proud of. I wasn't too proud of it at first, but as most of you guys know, I do re-leathers, and I got a request to do a scratch logo title, and I haven't done. Well, it's the same as the network logo as far as the strap's concerned. Same shape, most of the same tooling, and I hadn't done one of those in quite a while. It's been 3 or 4 years since I've done one. But I had a guy send me one, and I don't like to do these belts because they're very tricky, and this belt kind of proves my point. But he sent it to me. I did it. I almost got it finished, and part of the tooling I messed up on it because I mismeasured. Tried to fix it, made it worse, made it brittle because I tried to use a steamer to steam out the tooling. It just made the strap brittle, so I had to start all over again. So I wasted a piece of leather, but I got it finished, and we'll see sometime, Chris. We'll see. But I shipped it off yesterday. He's supposed to get it Saturday, according to UPS. But I'm gonna put this up here. This is the front of the belt. I think it turned out pretty nice. That part right there, between the side plate and the snap box, is what threw me off. And I wish I had the picture. I took a picture of the mess up. But this is my first scratch logo to do. I've never done that before. I like those rock side plates.
Mhm.
Oh, I love them. I had to put mine on mine when I got it.
There's the texturing behind the main plate, which is, it's not tricky to do. It's just hard on the hands. It just gives you a lot of hand cramps holding the stamp while you're tapping on it. And don't do the logos. I don't want to get in trouble with WWF, so I just put some texturing in the middle there. And let me back up just a second. Let me get this video up here. Let me back it up. Back it up. There we go. Okay, this area right here. Those diamond shapes. Okay, those diamond stamps are only a certain width. That area is only a certain width. So you have to figure out how to get those to fit exactly in there. That's where I messed up. So what I did the second time around is I got me a piece of leather, just a scrap piece of leather, cut it to the same width as the strap, and did several different impressions in different ways. I drew a center line up and down and sideways. I tried to center it on that line. I tried to do one on each side of the line. And it works one way horizontally and the other way vertically. So I practiced on a piece first and went back and did the strap. So it worked out. And I forgot to texture that little area there. I sent the guy the picture. I'd already dyed the belt. I told him, I said, I don't do the stamps, but I do have the letter stamps. I can put WWF in there, which he didn't understand WWF. He understood WWE. And I said, well, either way, I can do that. He said, well, can you stamp a piece of leather for me and show me? I said, yeah, I'll be happy to. So I stamped it. He said, nah, just leave it blank. Okay. So I didn't even texture it. So I get it dyed and I get to thinking about it. So I messaged him and said, did you have that textured in there?
Jim.
Jim, I'm not putting that up. Not putting that up there. So I'd already dyed it. I already put the clear coat on it. But I asked him, he said, yeah, would you mind texturing that? I said, well, let me check. So I took that same scrap piece of leather. I dyed it. I put the clear coat on it, sealed it all up, and I tried stamping it. And it stamped. I couldn't believe it. So I stamped over this, got it done. You see how that turned out there. So I'm very happy with how this turned out. And then we go here to the...
I could see where it could get tricky, though, Mark. I could see
it
what
is.
you're
It's very
talking about.
tricky.
Yeah.
You have to be pretty precise with that.
And that's why I hate doing those builds. That part right there is the hardest part for me. It looks simple, but it's very, very difficult. Now, some of the re-leather guys may not have a problem with that. I do. So I don't like to. Yeah, I know you did. And by the way, no, absolutely not. Thank you, Michael, my cousin. Here's the back of the belt. He requested croc leather for the back. He wanted red. I didn't have any red, but I do have black. He said black would be fine, and I think it turned out really nice.
Looks great.
I like how. Let me pause it. I like how half the strap has the big squares and the bottom half has the different texture in there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do that on purpose. It just worked out that way. I just laid the belt on the big piece and cut it out, and that's how it worked out.
Mhm.
And I left the screw holes open in the back for the side plates to be mounted.
Only on Sundays, Demont.
Yeah, on Sundays during the vernal equinox.
Yeah.
But
No, that looks
very-
really good on the back.
Yeah,
It does.
I don't like croc backing, but I think it turned out nice on this belt. So.
Looks great.
And then if you guys remember last week, thank you, Gianni. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Ricky. I think I'd rather restone those than to re-leather them. But anyway, if you guys remember last week's show, our belt of the week was this Hogan 85 that I did. And I told you I was going to re-leather it and then sell it. I've already re-leathered it. I had some days off from work unpaid because of the government shutdown. So I had a lot of extra time on my hands. So I was able to get this belt done while working on the other belt. That is not typical of my work. But I'm going to show you the strap for the old belt compared to the one I made for the new belt. This is the top one is the old strap. And if you'll take a look at the corners on the main plate area, you see where those points come to on the sides there, where on the sides of those the main plate area there, how pointed they are. And I think that's how the original belts were. I don't like that. So what I'd like to do with my belts or my straps is okay, somebody owes me some money. Thank you, Maurice. Told you.
And I'm gonna go broke this episode if we keep it up.
That's right. Yeah. So what I like to do on that area is I like to round those over. And what I use, Richard had a friend of his he talked to about my re-leather, and the guy said, "Does he do that by machine or does he do it by hand?" I do it by hand.
That was my brother. He was really amazed by that work.
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing.
No, because like I said, the bottom belt, if you look at it, it looks like two pieces of leather. It looks like it's stacked.
Yeah, you'll see a close up of that here in a minute. But and I also like to make that little curve that transitions the side plates. I like to make it a little bit more pronounced, a little bit softer. So what I use for that is I take a protractor. Now I will trace around the main plate of the belt for the top and the bottom, but around that little corner off, and then to make that swoop down a little bit more softly, I use a protractor, those little curved plastic rulers that has a curve on it and the ruler on the flat side. I use that to transition that. I'm really happy with how that turned out. That's how I do mine. I don't like those pointed parts. One, because it's hard to burnish, and two, I just don't think it looks good. That's just my opinion. So I got a video of, here's the finished belt. Here's the finished belt right here. No, you don't. This is the area you're talking about, Richard, right there.
Yeah,
That's
right
really
from the
unusual.
front of the side plate till
Mhm.
you go over to the other side plates.
And then I told you about I'm pointing them out right here, right there. You see where that paint came loose there?
Mhm.
Or it came that way. And so I ordered some gold paint off Amazon. I touched it up. It didn't turn out quite like I wanted to. I couldn't match it exactly. But it's going to be displayed in the case. Richard, by the way, claims this belt, so it's going to go to his house. And he's going to display it. That plate won't show, but it does have gold paint on it. Might have looked better if I just left it alone. I did mute the commentary. I made some commentary. I was telling Richard about this belt. And there you can see the softened curve there around that main plate. between the main plate and side plate there. And these plates were very, they were kind of hazy, kind of had a haze to them. And so when I took the plates off of the strap, I gave them a Dawn dishwashing bath and shine. Look how shiny that is.
Mm-hmm.
Shine them up
Did
really,
they
really
did
nice.
they drip like maple syrup?
It did. Yeah.
I don't know why the silver plates do that. The silver zinc plates.
I don't either, but I shine them really up. Shine them up really nice. And then, sorry for the shadow. This is the lighting in my new shop. I can't get. And stamp WWF on that strap. The original didn't have that on there. And then there's the female end.
Even that border, the line border around the main plate, you always nail that perfectly.
Thank you.
Now, how do you manage not to get into the line when you do that shell part?
That is guesswork. The line, actually, I bevel the line, and then I do the shell tooling at the top of the bevel. It's about an eighth of an inch from the edge of the belt, so I just kind of eyeball it. And so I'm going to show you the before and after on the strap, not the belt, but the strap. Let's see, where we go. Start these in the right order here. Okay, here we go. This is the old strap. Let me back up. Okay, there's the old strap, the male end of the old strap. Then we go down to the male snap end of the new strap.
It's like
not a whole lot of difference, but
yeah.
What's that?
It's like night and day, man. Yours is like really, really clearer.
Yeah. We're gonna move along to the next part of the belt. Whoops, let me back up because I didn't pause it there long enough. Of course, it's bent up, it was folded up, so you can kind of see the tooling there. And look at the point up there above the corner of that main plate area. See how sharp that is?
Yeah.
And then you go down to the new belt. And see how it's kind of rounded up there on that main plate? See how it's rounded?
It gives it a cleaner look.
I round that over with a challenge coin. I've got a firefighter challenge coin. I round that corner off when I do the pattern. And there's the tooling around the side plates that you like, Richard.
Yeah, I needed that belt for the nostalgia. Like I said, I'm trying to get all his belts.
And there's the main plate area of the belt. Very happy with how this turned out. This is one of my favorite red leathers to do, is this style of belt. And then the final portion, the female snap side. Let me back up because I want you to see there's no WWF or nothing in that. What we call that, the black box, or the black box of death or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What they call that. So there's nothing in there. A lot of people put logo plates in there.
I would agree with Gianni. It does give it a nice touch, you know. It gives it a good classic touch. And I noticed with those titles alone, the older titles, when you put your maker's mark, your stamp, it even pops even more.
Yeah.
Because it's a title without a tip on it.
Yeah. Michael, you switched over to your YouTube channel. Okay. It was quite by accident. It's kind of a long story. I'll try to shorten it up. There was I got my dome globe. Ryan Stokes that relived it for me. Was very happy with it. I showed it to my son. Said, "Do you like this?" "Yeah, I like that." "So you want one?" He said, "Well, I want the one that WWE uses, which is the network logo." So long story short, I got the belt through a pricing glitch with Amazon. I got it for $45. Those $400 belts, I got $45. I bought two of them. So I gave one to my son, and I bought a second one. And I thought, well, with the money I saved, I can buy some leather supplies, some basic tools, and maybe try a strap for myself. I want to see if I can do it. So I did. And I posted a picture of it in one of the belt groups, and I started getting orders. So that's how I got started. No, I'm not. Richard's already claimed it. So thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. When you say nice touch, what are you referring to? Are you referring to the?
It's just WWF logo. It's the perfect touch to make that blank space something.
Oh, okay,
out.
okay. You know if you talk about that or talk about around that main plate there. But,
yeah, I'm thinking about getting that one too, Gianni.
Now let me get rid of these pictures real quick, and I'm going to show you some pictures. I took the liberty when I show these pictures, Richard. I took a picture of this belt with my Hogan 84.
which is a CNC belt, and it's laced. It's got a lace strap. So here's that picture. I got two pictures here. There's one of them. That's my Hogan 84 up top. That's a CNC belt by Dream Championship Belts. But mine is the lace strap. And something I noticed about that belt, and I've had two of these. I think they're both by the same maker. The main plate seems to be a little bit wider, just a little bit. And of course, the etching is different because of the fact that that is CNC and the bottom one is acid etched. But very similar belts. It's a beautiful belt. I'd love to keep this belt, but I don't have room for it. I don't need it. Richard wants it, and he's got 8x10 pictures of me in a compromising position, so it's his belt now.
Yeah.
Here's a close up of those belts together.
I think it was you and a thimble, right?
Yeah. I was the one in the mask. So that's my latest re-leather project, which I just finished up yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. I was waiting for the paint to come in so I could touch up the paint on it. And I got the belt right here.
Yeah, that 84. I got to get that one.
I love my 84. I like the 85 too. They're very similar belts, just different strap styles. Here's the belt. Let me go full screen. Right
Now
here.
you're just teasing me.
I know. You want it, don't you? Okay. Here's the that didn't sound good.
That was the first belt my wife said, you should get it. I'm like, what?
Here's
I
a
said,
side
can you
plate I
repeat that?
touched
I
up.
can't hear you.
It's going to be it's not really good to see because of this lighting, but you see up there, the upper left-hand corner of the main plate or the side plate there, you kind of see where the,
Right where that point is, right? In the middle.
hey, let me see if I can get some better light here. This light here.
Chris, that's what she said.
That's not the right foot. That's not the right one. Wrong side. No wonder you couldn't see it.
That's not it.
Here we go. Yeah, right here. There you go. You can kind of see it up there where I touched it up.
And like I said, you're not going to see that on a shelf.
Yeah, the paint. There's that tooling you were talking about.
Yeah.
You said it kind of looks 3D. Yeah, the
And
lighting
I
here is
like
not
it.
really good.
I like it because it gives it a little, gives it you that ring use look too.
Here's the backing. I didn't do a video of the backing, but here's the backing. Nice baby smooth.
Nice and smooth. Smooth as a
And
camel.
something else I do, it turned out to be aesthetically nice, which means it looks nice. Is when I do the female snaps, they don't sit on top of the strap; they kind of sit down in the strap. Now, I didn't do that by design. The reason why I do it that way is because it's for function. When I first started doing rear leathers, I had a problem with these female sides. Why is that showing? Why does it show up green? It's just
The green
black-
screen is doing something. Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
black
it's
strap,
the lighting probably with the
It's the lighting,
shining
yeah.
of the varnish. Yeah.
You see my custom behind me.
Yep.
These would pop loose. I couldn't get them because of the thickness of the leather with the backing. I couldn't get these snaps to bite well enough to stay. So I went to Tandy Leather and asked them for advice on this because I can't be sending snaps out that keep popping loose. I didn't want people sending belts back or tell them how to fix it because they shouldn't have to do that. So Tandy Leather told me to take a X-Acto knife or hobby knife, put it down in the hole for the mounting hole, and lay the knife on its side and carve a bowl around that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll sit down in there. You get a bigger bite. And I still have issues with it sometimes, but what I do before I send them out now is I'll do a 10 snap test. I'll snap it together 10 times, pull it apart 10 times. If it doesn't come apart, it should be good to go. And I had that problem with that scratch card.
Jim, we
You got-
can't put that up
You got
there.
that makers. You got that makers. That's called quality control.
Yeah. Thank you,
Mark,
John.
I know I said this before, but I gotta get my Briscoe belt sent to you and find those bullet snaps.
Oh,
I wanna
Mendoza.
put that on my Briscoe,
So-
Mark Briscoe belt. Or Jay Briscoe belt, my bad.
Thank you, Maurice. I'd like to have the Thunder Lips belt. I'd put it in the same case with my Rocky belt.
What's up, Mendoza?
It says, "Are you going to get the Thunder, comma?"
Oh, geez.
So Mendoza, I don't know what method you use, or if you just get them to go through there without having any issues. But I found out that cuts back on a
You're
lot of
on
my
fire
issues.
tonight, Jim.
Yeah. It won't make it to the screen though, unfortunately. So that's where I'm at now. I've got a couple of dome globes coming. Actually, I got a Classic Shields dome globe coming. And I'll talk more about that later when it comes in. The guy's supposed to get it from Classic Shields, and he's going to send it to me to do.
Oh, he orders 5/16 longer posts.
Oh, okay. You'll have to tell me where you get those because I'd like to have those. That's an extra step that takes me a little bit of time.
You know what I
But
just
what I'll do
thought
is-
about?
I'll take the backing off the male snaps. I'll stick it down in there in the hole, and I'll draw around it with a pin, so it gives me a reference mark to do that. If I can do it without that, but I actually like them sitting down in there like that. It's actually pretty nice. Go ahead, Richard. I'm sorry.
You remember? Imagine that NWO belt, the red one, the NWA belt, in your Oxblood. That would look nice. I was just sitting here thinking about that.
The
We
NWA.
talked about it earlier. The
Which
junior
one?
one, right? Was it the red one? That was supposed to be velvet.
Oh yeah, yeah,
The first Dome
That-
Globe.
Yeah, do that in Oxblood. That would look nice.
maybe. Okay. We got 14 minutes left, guys. I also have another dome globe coming too. I think a guy's going to ship me his dome globe. It's going to be Hamza Ali, the same one. It's the same one right here. It's
He
this
makes
one
the
right
best dome globe.
here. He does.
Oh.
He does.
And don't forget, guys, we will not have a show next Thursday night.
Nope. I won't be
Holidays
here.
happening.
If you're watching the Dallas Cowboys Kansas City Chiefs game, I'll be there. So
Look for Mark on Nationwide TV.
I won't be on TV. I'm gonna be up in the nosebleed section, one of the corners. You won't see
You
me.
never know.
That's not what you told us before. You said you was gonna streak.
He's gonna wear a red blazer and run
Just
across the
wear
field.
red
Right.
blazer, nothing else. He said.
My daughter's gonna be there. I don't think
You
I
gonna
Obviously
you gonna
you'll let
spray
me.
paint STG on your butt and run across the
STG.
stadium.
STD.
Mark, when you take family pictures, watch out for somebody might be joining you in those pictures.
He's
Yeah.
gonna be doing the globe wobble.
The gobble wobble. Yeah, that's it. That's it. We gotta watch it. This guy's a preacher.
Oh
Um,
man.
Does that make him even any less dangerous? He's got God on his side.
That's right. I don't want to get struck down while I'm doing my show. I haven't seen Michael since we were kids in person. We talked on Facebook, but he was in New Mexico. He's a pastor of a church there in New Mexico. Beautiful area, beautiful church. So
In New
if I ever get
Mexico?
if I ever get back over there, I'm gonna go by and visit.
Yeah, next state over.
Yeah.
Take damn long drive.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we're both border states. Too.
If I had known he lived there when I went to Durango, I'd have stopped by him away. But
So Mark, you
motorcycle
said
trip
you're
again.
gonna go see the Cowboys game. You're gonna drive all the way over there to watch them lose.
I'm not sure they're gonna lose.
Who did they play?
They in Kansas City are on the same level this year for some reason. Kansas
yeah.
City's just struggling this year. Cowboys are just they kind of there, but not there.
I heard
And I
the
don't-
Dallas Cowboys are sponsored by Hoover Vacuums.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they
That's
suck so well.
Nah, according to some people, that's the Bears. 7
Oh.
Bears, but we suck.
Yeah.
Oh geez.
I want to say this one thing real quick. You guys watched Raw then. I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard some results. You guys said you thought it was one of the best Raws you've seen in a while.
It was.
I
It was actually pretty
have to
decent, yeah.
say it's been, I want to say, a year and a half since there's been a great Raw, and this week's was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I'm going to take away from it that I'm very happy about is that Maxine Dupree is now a champion.
She deserves it. Well
Yeah.
overdue.
She's come
I don't
so
see her
far.
having a long reign with it, but I'm happy for her. Very happy for her.
No.
Yeah, had
I'm
quite a
always
few
happy.
title ranges the last week or so.
Mhm.
And the only thing I don't agree with too is Drew McIntyre. The man needs to be the world champion. It's about
Why?
time. He
Why?
deserves it, man. I mean, he was
State your case.
he was the TNA champion. Now he's a joke. You know what I mean?
They
He's a
they
joke now.
they booked him
Well,
as a
the
joke.
poor
Yeah.
guy, he was the WWE World Champion at the worst time involved during COVID.
Yes, and that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Give him one more chance as the world champion. Let him have a reign, whether it's short or not. But let him hold the title for.
They could have
other than a
had
few
him.
minutes.
They could have had him win it like in December, hold
Yeah.
it until WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see him make another run with the title.
But as
Wow.
face, I'd like to see him as face hold the title.
I don't know. He's good either way. He's really good, but
He's a nasty heel. He's really good.
Mhm.
yeah, he is. But they need to quit booking him to job out. That's getting old.
And I got to admit, he fits perfectly in a stable by Paul Heyman. He fits perfectly as the heel.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, who was he associated with before when he's a heel?
Jinder
So it was
Mahal and
No, it was American. It was an Intercontinental Champion. Who was that?
Dolph Ziggler.
That's what I was thinking of, but it could have been.
Well,
You're right. Yeah, I think it was.
It was
I think it was Dolph
Ziggler,
Ziggler. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was Dolph
Dolph
Ziggler.
Well, him and Cody were together. They were tag champions, weren't they?
Oh,
No,
wow.
I'm thinking of Dolph Ziggler. I'm pretty sure.
Who
Pretty
made
sure.
a surprise comeback on Raw?
Brock Lesnar.
Now, guys, were you surprised that Dolph Ziggler came out? I wasn't.
No,
But they
because he was just on NXT.
Okay, who came out?
Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah,
That
they
was
jobbed
fine.
him out to LA Knight.
That was
They brought
Friday.
out Dolph Ziggler, jobbed him out.
Oh, man, he got a lot of flack for that. He got
I mean,
a lot of flack on the internet.
Well, he should. I mean, why bring these guys back if all you can do is just have them lay down,
Okay,
take it 1, 2,
here's
3?
what doesn't make sense. They didn't bring him back as Matt Cardona, who they have
Yeah.
him as Matt Cardona on NXT.
Yes,
No, they're gonna bring
but
him
not
back
on
as-
WWE. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just makes no sense.
That makes
And
perfect.
Same with Nick Nemeth. He couldn't come as Nick Nemeth. No, he had to come back as Dolph Ziggler. It's just kind of,
Yeah.
It's
Crazy.
about marketing, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's because of that those trademarks. So why not use them?
Oh yeah, they were
Just
selling
use a trademark.
they were selling Zack Ryder t-shirts.
Come on,
There
guys.
you go.
You guys didn't have you didn't hear that little pop he got, that big pop he got when they played that
They
music?
both got great pops. They both
Yeah.
did.
I wasn't surprised, though, with Dolph. I wasn't surprised at all.
I think Dolph has a little bit left in the tank.
Well, he was just the TNA.
My
champion not long
question
ago.
that's on everybody's mind is who is going to be John Cena's final opponent?
Gunther.
That's what I was thinking.
Gunther.
think?
You can already see they setting that tournament
They're
up for him to
setting it
win
exactly, Ben. They're
it. You
setting
can
it up.
already see it.
But he's got to leave
Alrighty.
the title.
Soon as they
He's
see
got to
King-
drop the title.
As soon as he came back, he hasn't been on TV in months.
And we all
Yeah.
said it. They jobbed him out to Jey Uso.
Too long. They've had him out way
Yeah.
too long.
Gunther is gonna win that and gonna beat John Cena that last match. Watch.
Yep.
This is after Dominic wins that Intercontinental title back
It's going to
next
be
month.
it's Cena.
Mhm.
It's Cena passing the torch, guys.
Now, will
What'd you think of
Dominic
that,
turn face when he wins the title back? Or will he still be heel?
No, he stays.
No,
heel.
not yet. Not yet. Not
What
yet.
What did you think of the match on Raw the other night? His last match, Cena winning that match.
I was surprised they did a 3-man, 6-man match.
Mhm.
I thought it was just gonna be
Yeah.
him versus somebody, but no, they brought in Sheamus and they brought in Rey Mysterio. I was surprised.
Yeah, that was kind of a strange grouping there.
Can we
Yeah.
talk about Roman making his entrance?
The man.
Oof.
The big dog. Acknowledge him.
Him and CM Punk.
hmm
Yep.
Oof.
There's some bad blood there they got going on. But of course, those two are making a movie where they're playing zebras right now. So they're
Right?
I agree with Mendoza because I talked to you guys in private about this. I said that because
Yeah.
he made that video about where were they at when I lost this title.
Yeah.
He's gonna change. There's gonna be a
Oh, there's
series
no
of
doubt.
events.
And that's
This
how
is
his
gonna
father
be
comes
events.
on
and then
him.
there's going to
Yeah.
be the big reunion between him and his father.
They're going to have some things happen that's going to build up to him turning babyface.
I think Dom's going to get a beat down and his father's going to come out to his,
His
rescue.
father's going to come save him.
It won't be
agree.
immediate. It'll be an uneasy reunion.
It'll be a slow build.
But Ray coming out to save him, I don't think it's just going to automatic. Oh, we're going back together.
No,
They're
no.
gonna kind of size each other up for a little bit.
Did
It'll take a
anybody
bit.
notice Rey Mysterio's gear when he tagged with John Cena? The mask.
Mm-mm.
He had the
Ah.
John Cena in the back the logo. You can't see me logo in the back and on his tights.
I didn't notice that.
Oh
Yeah. Yep.
Huh.
That was pretty cool. He was paying homage to Xena.
Didn't notice that.
Mm-hmm.
Something else happened on Raw. I can't remember what it was now. I heard about it. I haven't seen it yet. I need to go back and watch it because I want to see Maxine win that title. Becky's being a spoiled brat about it. Just see the
Yeah, they're going overboard with it.
Becky, remember how she used to be years ago? She used to be really cute. Yeah, she was a face, but she's not butch, but she
eats 2 burgers, I think.
She's not. That, and she's not as cute as she used to be. She just, I don't know, just.
Well, she reminds you of that Karen in the neighborhood.
Well, I was thinking about it. She's doing the Chelsea Green thing. Do you see who's the general manager of Raw?
Pierce.
What's his name? Yeah, Pierce.
Adam Pierce.
Did you see him post a picture of his screenshot of his phone? It's all Becky Lynch's phone numbers that were missed calls, and there's a time frame in there. He said, "What happened between 12:38 and 1 whatever?" Something is going to play into that on Raw, I think.
Yeah.
Is that why, Johnny?
I would have never guessed. But
what about Chelsea Green's promo?
Oh yeah. You talking about when she's covered in the whipped cream?
What does Billy Jack think of that promo?
What was the line? I've never had cream like this on me before.
I've never been creamed like this before. Yeah. Been creamed on like that before. That's what she
said. Somebody made a meme with Matt Cardona going like this.
Yeah. I can't believe they put that on TV. What they put on TV, did they? Did she say it on TV?
No, she did say it on TV. Yep.
I can't believe the writers allowed that.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing before we go. The NWA has a new heavyweight champion, but I don't think it's new. I think it was just released today. The Thrillbilly. What's his name? Silas
Mason.
Silas Mason, who played Michael Hayes on the Iron Claw.
Wasn't he also one of the Spirit Squad members?
No.
Or
that's the national
the guy
champion.
Before? Okay,
that's the national champion. That's the national champion. I believe they have new world tag team champions also.
Wow.
Who would that be?
Johnny, did you just say that? Johnny.
Second hour.
That's her movie name.
Be sure to stay tuned for the third hour, the Gianni hour, after the show's
Chelsea
over.
Cream's her movie name?
I don't know.
That's important.
I'm a Chelsea Green fan.
I am.
We all are.
Oh yeah.
She's very.
I'm also a Maxine Dupree fan.
Especially when she dresses up like the devil. I like her a lot.
What I like about Maxine Dupree is not just the fact she's beautiful. She is gorgeous, but she's wholesome. She's got a real nice.
She's the girl next door. She's the girl next door.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why she won't have that title very long.
No.
But I'm glad they allowed her that spotlight. I really am.
She reminds you of that cheerleader in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
The lead cheerleader.
The one that paid attention to you.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. He is. He sure is.
Yes,
and I read something where they were talking about having a child, and she got this push in WWE, so they put off having a child until this next run is over with. So
speaking of Chelsea Green, did you see the picture of her with Matt Cardona's 2 titles?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, she's wearing the GCW championship on the lower half, and then
are the
other
belts
ones
very strategically placed, Richard?
Yes, very strategic.
Is this a Shawn Michaels type pose?
No, it's better.
Okay.
It's out there though.
Becky Lynch do the same thing with Seth?
And he did it with his title.
Yeah.
They stood in front of a mirror and she put it in her book, and I believe he was pissed that she did it.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Mercedes Moné is a champion again. She is the TNA World Television Champion.
Mark, check the chat.
Ring of Honor.
If this is true,
if
this is true,
please don't.
Speaking of her right now, that's what I wrote in the dirt sheet, and it got liked by her. Now I don't know if it's her or not.
Oh, geez, you said that? Oh, dear.
Hey,
Sasha
I'm
Banks.
being. Hey,
I don't think that's her. She hearted it and went by Sasha Banks. That's her WWE name. That's not her.
can I be blunt?
Please do.
Sure, why not?
I'm just tired of it. The name,
Mm-hmm.
the Ultimo Monet.
I mean, Tony
I
Khan has
mean-
built her up with like 13 belts. He's trying. It's so obvious. He's trying to build her, and we hate her even more. I'm being honest.
We all know what's heading for. She's gonna get
That's
the women's title for E AEW.
She winning the
She'll have
title
every
in the
single
next couple
belt.
months.
Yeah, she was belts for Pakistan.
In the next few weeks, right? I know, right? She's
Right.
just
I forgot
order-
Maxine Dupree was a cheerleader.
2 weeks,
I-
bro. 2 weeks.
2
She's
weeks,
been getting
bro.
belts every 2 weeks.
Can I get the Mercedes Monet bulk, please?
Yeah. What's my price, bro?
I just wish she'd
Um,
go away.
On that note, that is the end of our time, guys. We're not going to have a show next week. It's Thanksgiving. Spend that time with your families.
Mhm.
If you're traveling, please be safe. Eat lots of food. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the fellowship with your families and your friends. And we're going to do the same, although I'll be at Dallas Cowboys game, but I'll be with my kids.
I'm
I'll
so
be
sorry.
wearing
So-
my elastic
We'll be back in
pants.
We'll be back in 2 weeks with another great show, and we hope you join us then and that you are able to lose your Thanksgiving weight that you gained from the food.
Yeah, guys.
So on
be
behalf
well.
of Richard, Andy, and Ben, I want to thank you for joining us. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And if you're traveling, please be safe.
Be well.
Happy,
Stay
happy
safe, guys.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Take care,
Absolutely.
everybody.
And remember the reason for the season, okay? Have a
Yes.
good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Or no, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
See you in 2
Have a good
weeks,
night.
guys.
Have a good night.